Hi, I'm Jeremy, and yes, I'm a bloke. Hope you're enjoying this well-oiled weekend. There's so much good stuff coming at you from some of the nicest people on the planet, I think. So, welcome. Now, if you've been watching all these videos and watching the content, you could be forgiven for thinking that these amazing essential oils are only for women. I'm here to tell you that that is definitely not the case now. I just need to get myself sorted for the day here. But whether you're heading off to work, being manly in the garden, hitting the gym, recovering after a big night, oils ain't just for girls. So what I'm going to do in a minute is just take you through for a quick sprint through the PSK, the Premium Starter Kit, which is easily the best way of getting started. You get 11 oils, a whole bunch of other stuff, a diffuser, and 24% off the retail price. You get a wholesale kit, so you'd be crazy not to do it that way. But I'm going to take you through a quick sprint through that of how I use the oils as a bloke. But before I get to that, and let me just keep shaving here, I want to just say briefly why I think men can benefit so much from oils, because the thing is, like all of us, our lives are full of these toxic chemicals and they affect us in lots of different ways. But for men in particular, testosterone is the big thing for us. We want to keep a good balance of testosterone in our bodies to keep us healthy and well and strong and fit and happy. And a lot of these chemicals that are in our personal care products, like our shaving creams, like our deodorants, like our colognes, but also in the plastics around us, the stuff that we find in our cars and in our offices, these things are hormone disruptors, and so they actually disrupt the balance of testosterone in our bodies. That's not a good thing, because that can lead to all kinds of crazy stuff like weight gain, strength loss, mood swings, and it can even affect our little buddy down there, so that's not a good thing either. So step number one is always to try and get rid of the toxic chemicals and just lower that toxic load on our bodies and get rid of as many hormone disrupting chemicals as we can. My partner Kim always says that every oil that you use is a toxic chemical that you lose, and that's so true. That's what I've tried to do in my life. So I'm using a non-toxic shaving cream, so thank you Shutran, and about to put some natural deodorant under my armpits to make me smell beautiful for the day. Anyway, I think I'm just about done here, so let's go and take a sprint through the PSK. Alrighty, so as I said, quick sprint through the PSK. Here's what it looks like. Comes in the box. There's 10 oils there, and then let me just whack this down here, because whoop, and there's one more there, so one underneath. So make sure you lift up the little tab to the secret compartment. Comes with a couple of Ninja, we'll talk about that, and some hand sanitizer, a few little sample bottles there too. So let's have a quick run through and see exactly what is in the PSK. Now, when it comes to using the oils from the PSK at work, here's a couple of easy things which I use all the time. First of all is one of my favorite oils, Stress Away, which, as the name implies, awesome for easing stress. Lots of ways you can use this, diffuse it, but one of the best ways I find, and this is the way I use a bunch of oils, is just a drop in the hand. There we go. And roll that around 3 times to energize it. Breathe it in. Breathe. That's an awesome thing. So whether it's, a big meeting with the boss, whether it's a client that you're meeting with, for me, teaching a difficult class, breathe some Stress Away in and it makes everything better. I share this around at school to the other teachers. They love it. Now, one other oil when it comes to business out of the PSK, which again I find really helpful at work. The last thing you want is stinky feet, okay, or stinky anything really. So let me find it here. Purification. Again, exactly what the name implies. Awesome oil. How do I use it? Well, if I'm having a few issues, especially in summer with the old stinky feet, I'll steal one of Kim's makeup pads, put a few drops of purification on that, toss it into the shoes overnight, and voila, smells sweet and no problems. Now, when it comes to being out in the garden, Kim and I are on 5 acres out here at beautiful Valor. It is beautiful. It's amazing here in the Australian bush, but it means that I'm often wielding, implements of destruction like these to try and sort stuff out in the property. One of my favorites, the splitter, always a good workout. So when it comes to that, this stuff can be hard on your body. And so 2 of my favorite oils from the PSK when it comes to dealing with that, Panaway, awesome just to rub on for those tight muscles, lower back, legs, you name it. It's awesome to bring some relief there. And for the heavy duty stuff, I use Copaiba. Now, if it's, I can actually combine the 2 of them, and that's like a 1-2 punch for those tight muscles. Fantastic combination. Also great for after the gym as well. And speaking of hitting the gym, oh yeah, hard to believe that's 200 kilos. But seriously, 2 of my favorite oils, and an extra when it comes to going to the gym are these 2. Let me just put the weights down. Okay, now whenever I go to the gym, I always take a water bottle, obviously, along with the towel, otherwise they throw you out. But I always add a couple of drops of lemon essential oil to my water. It's a taste thing, but it's also a vitality thing. It definitely makes me feel more energetic, wakes me up, sparks me up. And speaking of sparking you up, peppermint, I think, is probably one of the least known but most valuable things for anyone who's hitting the gym, whether that's for a workout, whether that's weight session, whatever it is. Peppermint seriously does pep you up. And use pre-lift or pre-workout, it's an awesome thing. It's also a great cool me down. So again, probably heard about this before, but just a drop on your hand and then on the back of the neck is an ideal cool down after a big workout or a big session. So there again, 2 out of the PSK, peppermint and lemon. And one other thing which I would add to this before the gym is you also get a couple of sachets of Ninja Red, which is a goji berry puree. Now, it's full of antioxidants, it's full of good stuff, but it's a great way of starting the day. And honestly, I don't start the day without it. I always have my little serve of Ninja. It also comes in bottles. Better way, a cheaper way of getting it, but you get 2 of these free ones in the PSK, and it just sets me up for the day. So whether I'm heading off to work, whether I'm going to the gym, whether I'm going for a surf, whatever it is, start the day the Ninja way, and it's a good way to start. You gotta love the hammock out on the veranda. So if you're recovering after a big night out, big meal, or a heavy session, Diagize is the magical thing, I find, and simple as anything, just rub it on your belly. Also works for kids who are feeling a little dodgy in the car. It's just a simple way. Also, if you're traveling overseas and sometimes you eat stuff that maybe you shouldn't or you wish you hadn't, there's the little secret there. So Diagize, always take it with you if you're traveling, but again, recovery, awesome stuff. Okay, so let's talk Thieves, because that's another oil in the PSK. Let me just say very quickly as I throw it. Okay, so let's talk Thieves, another oil in the PSK and a wonder. Thieves forms the basis of all the cleaning products that we use in our house, in our life. It's non-toxic, it works like a dream, and so it's in everything. So we've got it in toothpaste, we've got it in the household cleaner. 10 mils will fill up one of these babies, so it's like super economical. We use it in the laundry liquid, we use it in the hand soap. It's basically, it takes out all the toxic crap, replaces it with something that is totally safe. So that's Thieves, we love it. Now, when it comes to chilling, which is something I think as blokes we definitely need to do, especially if you're in a high stress situation, you need to be able to wind down. Another couple of oils which I absolutely love for doing that, and I'm going to talk about both of them used in a diffuser. So here's the diffuser. We've got a bunch of these. This is the Desert Mist. It runs for about 8 hours, I think maybe even 10 on intermittent. Great little diffuser. It's got the flickering light thing. It looks cool, but most of all it diffuses these oils into the air. So a couple of oils that I love. lavender, it's got a million uses, but it's great for relaxing and unwinding. So that is just by itself in the diffuser, magical for winding down. The other one which I love is frankincense, and this is kind of I guess a spiritual oil. I use it sometimes just a dab on my wrists if I'm going to meditate. It helps me to really wind down and get into that zone. You can combine the two of those, maybe 2 drops of lavender and a drop of frankincense in the diffuser. Just a beautiful smell to wind down after a long day, or just to relax or meditate, whatever you want to do. Awesome stuff. And that I think that just leaves us with one oil, which kind of didn't fit neatly into any category other than, let me find, oh, here we go. Now the last oil is called RC, and I really think of this, it comes into its own particularly when it's cold. Great to diffuse and just keep the wellness happening over those winter months for you and your family. So there you go, there's a quick run through the PSK for blokes. Oils ain't just for goyles. Definitely, blokes, we really can value them. Get rid of those chemicals, get rid of the xenoestrogens, those hormone disruptors, and stay healthy. See ya.